And now, FAIRFAX Breakfast Club with your host, Basil Lemba.
Welcome to the FAIRFAX Breakfast Club show. My name is Basil Lemba and I will be your host. The FAIRFAX Breakfast Club is a weekly program. In this program, we bring you valuable and workable know-how you can use in order to improve your networking and grow your business. Today's quote is from a highly famous photographer, and he said, "I won't take a photograph of anybody or photographs for anybody unless I feel it will do them some good." L. Ron Hubbard. With us today in the studio, we have a remarkable photographer, and her name is Elza Daniel. Hello, Elza.
Hi, Basil. How are you today?
Good, how about you?
I'm pretty good.
Okay, good, excellent.
Thanks.
All right, we're happy to have you. And I know that talking about photography, you're talking about image. Why don't you tell us the importance and value of an image for a person?
Well, an image, it's everything.
Mm-hmm.
Either you want a picture for a portrait to put on the wall,
Mm-hmm.
or just for email to your friends,
Mm-hmm.
or you need a business portrait,
Mm-hmm.
or then you want to have a family portrait.
Mm-hmm.
Image is everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you choose the clothing, the appropriate way, you do your makeup, and then you have that special look that you look into the camera and you see yourself. And then when I show them the picture on the screen of the camera, they go, "Wow, this is awesome." And so they can put that picture on the wall or on their website or just have on their book, and they're going to look awesome and they're going to feel good about it.
Okay, very good, excellent. So now tell me, what is your biggest challenge? What have been your biggest challenge, you as a person?
The biggest challenge, as a matter of fact, I do not have a lot of challenges because I talk to my clients beforehand. I tell them to bring different choices of clothing. I tell them, I give them some tips how they can improve themselves. So when they get to me, they already know how to pose, how to do their makeup and everything. And if they don't, I help them with their makeup.
Okay.
They bring different clothing, and I help them choose the right clothes to use,
Gotcha.
to wear.
Okay, very good. And what would be your biggest success? What would you consider your biggest success?
The biggest success that I get is when I get an email and say, "Wow, you did an awesome job."
Okay.
So I'm really very happy, and I'm going to recommend you to my friends. And then a little bit later, I get an email from a friend and say, "Well, I'm taking pictures with you because you did photos of my friend and the other friend and the other friend." So yesterday, for example, I photographed the third gal, pregnant gal, that came from referrals. And that is when you know you are successful.
Gotcha. Okay, very good. So you brought some pictures with you that you'd like to show us and describe.
Yes, I brought this picture of these two little girls. That is awesome. They are my neighbors.
Okay.
And they are a little bit shy, and so I just talk to them and play with them. I show them some pictures, and I show them how I want them to pose. But then I say, "Look, I just want you to have fun in front of the camera. That way, you are going to be awesome in the shots." And I'm going to do quite a few shots, and then we're going to move poses, and we do it again. And also, I brought a picture of Rose and her husband. It's this couple is just very awesome because those photos is their 25th anniversary.
Okay.
And she kept herself looking good for 25 years. Can you imagine? And she wore her same dress that she wore the wedding day.
Oh, really?
And and it looked awesome still on her body. And she did a beautiful makeup, and it was really beautiful. They went to the church, and then we went to the studio, and we did the photos. That was very, very beautiful. Also, I like to take pictures of politicians.
Why is that, if I may ask?
Well, I like to see, first of all, I like to listen to what they have to say. And then the pictures I take, I like to observe how they pose, how they stand up, and how they interact with the audience. This picture, for example, is Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine is very awesome, and I think for the people who likes to give speeches, is a good picture because it shows that his angle, that is very good. And a lot of people just, they bob left and right, up and down, and it's very hard to take their pictures.
Got it.
And this one, it was awesome because he really knows. He knows the camera is there. And he knows
Did you tell him the camera was there? No, I'm just kidding.
The other person I like to see posing is Mark Warner, but I did not bring his picture this time, so next time.
Okay.
And then I have the picture of Jessica. Jessica is my princess.
Who is Jessica, if I may ask?
Jessica is my friend from Cuba, and it was for her quinceañera and her 15th birthday.
Oh, gotcha.
And she is dressed up as a princess.
Okay.
And before the party, I like to give the bride or the girl who is having her birthday a photo shoot.
Okay.
And for Jessica, we decided to go to the Meadowlark Park.
Okay.
And we chose the time of the cherry blossoms. Well, as you know, cherry blossom time is very, very cold. Now, can you imagine Jessica dressed up as a princess, totally bare shoulders?
Oh, God.
And it's cold. And so she would put her jacket on, and then she would take it off, and she poses. And I want her to give me a very beautiful smile. And it was a little bit hard because she was very cold.
Gotcha.
But then she said something to her father, "Thank you, Daddy." And at that moment, she gave me that beautiful, beautiful smile.
Okay.
And from that point on, I know that, okay, Jessica, what do you say to your daddy? I just, "Thank you, Daddy." And she'll do that smile, beautiful smile, and then I'll click the shot, and it was really, really perfect.
Okay. Very good.
And the other picture that I brought was this family. As a matter of fact, Rob Kuprika, he just got elected to, he was a city council and he went step up. But I think—
Which city?
City of Alexandria.
Okay, gotcha.
And now he's, I think he's a congressman now. I don't remember exactly because I don't vote in Alexandria City. I vote in Fairfax County. So.
Gotcha.
Well, but every year I take pictures of them. So every time we choose a different place. So this picture, for example, was done in my studio at my house. And what I like about them is that they have such a close relationship between the family. And it's the wife, Lisa, and the two girls. And they just really like to be cozy. And so when I set them, they really got themselves, of course, I help them pose a little bit. And then I leave up to them to do that final touch, how they want to communicate with one another.
Gotcha.
and be on the picture. And that is really, really awesome.
Okay. Very good. All right. Now, let me ask you this. Did we cover all the pictures you have brought? Did we cover all the pictures you brought?
Did I cover?
Yeah. Do you have any other
Yes.
pictures?
No, I don't.
Okay. Let me ask you, I wanted to talk a little bit about different subjects when it comes to the picture. First of all, let's start with posing. What can you tell our audience about posing on the pictures?
Well, posing is, it can be simple and it can be tricky because a lot of people, they want to look slim. Other people, they want to just have the picture taken. So I'd say that the contact with the camera. So if a person stays 3/4, so like suppose I take a business shot, a business headshot, and it depends where you're gonna place that picture. Suppose that you're gonna place on the right side or on the left side, or you're gonna place right in the center of the paper. So you don't want to be looking outside the page. So I pose you 3/4 to one side and 3/4 to the other side, and the other one is I do straightforward. And but the most important thing is the contact with the camera.
Okay.
If I ask the person to turn to the side a little bit or to the other side a little bit, head up or head down, the eyes is going to be connected to the camera lens. And that way you get the perfect picture.
Okay. Very good. Now, how about makeup? What would you say about makeup?
Makeup is a different story. It can also be simple, it can also be very complex. Do you know that it takes a lot of makeup to have a natural look?
Well, you say that, I heard you saying that yesterday. I didn't quite understand that. If it's natural, then makeup shouldn't be there. What would it take? I don't understand. What would it take a lot of makeup to make it natural if natural there was nothing? So,
well, the thing is, our face, we have blemishes, we have different color on our skin. And when you take the picture with a bare face, so then it's going to show
all the different
skin tones
Gotcha.
that you have. So you need.
And that's what you mean not natural, quote unquote, because maybe at birth the person's skin is all the same. Is that
you
what
can have a beautiful, beautiful skin, and still you have different tones, skin tones. So it's normal. So a lot of women say, well, I don't wear makeup. So I talk to them about why they would not wear makeup. Because they can put the makeup on and then just remove it. So a lot of times all it takes is just a little bit of foundation. You can put a little bit of foundation and then you remove it. And then put a little bit of powder and you do a nice lipstick. The eyes can stay bare without eyeshadow if the person chooses to. Okay, and then what I do is I use a special piece of paper that's called Clean and Clear oil absorbing sheets. Okay, it's from Johnson & Johnson, and it's a little piece of blue paper that it's the size of business cards. And what is good about that paper is that you apply it to your skin, just like touch it, and all the oil gets removed without removing the makeup.
Okay.
So for the guys, of course, the guy's not going to wear foundation. You know, I would not dare put foundation on the guy or ask them to do it, and unless he wants to. So the best thing to do is really get a washcloth, just wet a little bit, and go over the skin, remove the excess oil, and towel dry, and then you apply that Clean and Clear. And that way it's going to remove all the oil, and your face is going to look awesome. And as a matter of fact, you know, you could use that before you go to an interview, and it's summertime, it's hot. You need to meet a client, and your face is
dripping wet?
It's dripping wet. So you get the tissue, paper towel, and dab it a little bit, and then you just get a little piece of tissue, and then you clean it up, and you're gonna look fresh, very fresh for your interview, and you're gonna look good.
Okay, very good. What are the points you would think consider being important? So we cover posing, we cover makeup. What are the points considered major? Clothing, I guess.
Clothing.
Yes.
But going back to makeup just a little bit.
Okay.
I don't mean to make an advertisement for somebody, but I use the book. Don't go to the cosmetic counter without me. It's a Bible for cosmetics and skincare. So anybody thinking about buying makeup should check this book before they buy their makeup, because there it tells you the price of the makeup, what the makeup consists of, tints and everything. So just get this book. It's by Paula Begon, and it's very good. Okay, let's talk about clothing. Clothing is a dilemma, and it is not. Clothing can help the look of a person or can distract. So it depends what look you're looking for. So you choose the clothing appropriately. But my ideas is, does the clothes fit? So before you go for an interview or photo shoot, just go to your wardrobe and try the clothes on and see how it fits. And then you set aside and check the colors. Check the colors in front of the mirror. Ask somebody to check. And I say that the darker the skin you have, the darker the clothes you should wear, you could wear. Okay? And the lighter the skin, the lighter you could wear. Of course, you can wear any color. But if you want a picture, suppose for a business picture, so you don't want the clothing to be distracted from your face. You want to show your face. So the camera sees 18% gray. And so the contrast between dark and light is too great. So if, let's say, me for example, I have fair skin. If I put on, let's say, velvet, the velvet absorbs light. Dark clothing absorbs light. The light clothing, especially the white clothing, is going to reflect light. So then the camera is going to be totally confused. So it's possible. The picture is done. Okay, a bride, there's a lot of brides, they wear white. Okay, but if you're not a bride, and you just want a business picture or a portrait, so then you avoid the extreme colors. And that way you have a much better picture.
Okay, I got you. And I understand that in your business, you go as far as helping people to choose clothing and...
Yeah, I tell them to bring different outfits, so then I can really help them. And ties, for example, a tie can make or break a look. So I tell them to bring different ties too, so I can help them choose. And many times they say, well, okay, let's do some portrait with this tie, and then we can change to the other one. Oh, I like this one better. Well, let's do both. Okay, it's better than then the person goes home and say, I really should have done the picture with the other tie. So when they have a choice, it's much, much better for them than to really don't have any choice.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah, definitely. I must say, Elza took a lot of pictures of different events. In fact, yesterday she took some pictures at a breakfast event. We host a monthly event here in Fairfax at the Old Town Hall. You can see our website there, blnbc.com. But she also took pictures of expos. In fact, we have our next expo coming on December 7. We'll be here in Reston, so you can see the information on that. We still have booth available for businesses, so you want to join us, you're welcome. And also to attend the event. We'll be from 9 to 2 o'clock, and we'll have 100 exhibitors and expecting 400 to 500 business people. And naturally, you'll be one of them. Okay, so now talk to me about how you get to become a photographer.
Well,
what got you to become a photographer?
my daughter was 16, and she wanted to be a model.
Okay.
And definitely, I do not have money to pay for her pictures. So I bought the camera, and I started taking pictures. I go, I have no idea how this works. And so I went to Nova School, which is a very good school for those who wants to learn photography. They do Alexandria and the Loudoun County have the classes for photography. And I liked it. I just love taking pictures and see the images shows up on film, and I go, oh my God, this is so cool. And then of course, she became a famous model, and she ended up working with Elite and Ford, and she has pictures in many different magazines, including Pro Magazine. Right, the year that she graduated high school, her picture was there on a Pro Magazine. So it was awesome. So then she went to New York, and I got stuck, and I go, well, what should I do now? So I went ahead, and I started photographing all the girls who wanted to become models. And that way I could teach them not only to be models, but also how to pose, and how to pose and not look indecent, because a lot of girls, they think they should pose like this, like that, and it's not that. It's really it's the tweak of the eyes and just a little bit of the pose, and go like this and that, and I start teaching them a little bit of walking, and so it was a lot of fun. And then I start doing so that way. I got a job with John Casablanca Modeling Studios, and so that way I could really take I learned a lot of fashion photography over there, because I was photographing the models right from the agency, and that was really a good help for them, for the models, and for me, because I got the training.
Gotcha.
And then I decided to do weddings, and I thought that was a little bit easier. Of course, I still photograph models. I still do portraits and everything, and but I love weddings and portraits.
Very good. You can see her website rather, elzaphotography.com on the screen. So definitely want you to contact her so she can help you with the picture. I can vouch that her pictures are very good.
Yes, but you are my client.
What can I say? She's taken a lot of pictures at our event, the Breakfast Club, as well as the expos, and there was very beautiful pictures. In fact, several of these on our website. You can see there our website again, blnbc.com, where you can see the breakfast pictures, but also the website of the expo, which is ultbizexpo.com. Again, our next breakfast event is October 25th. Looking forward to having you. We'll be at the Old Town Hall in Fairfax from 7:30 to 9. And the big expo will be on December 7 from 9 a.m. to 2 o'clock. We'll have 100 exhibitors and 400 to 500 business people. Any last word you would like to communicate before we close the show?
Well, I prepared a list of the do's and don'ts of posing, makeup, and everything. So it's going to be on your. You're going to put it on your newsletter.
Okay, very good.
So that way everybody can check. I'm going to try to expand it and make a blog. So that way, and please feel free to call me.
Okay.
And I will let the person know what they can do.
Okay. Definitely. Well, I want to thank you very much for coming. We've been planning to do this for a while. I'm glad we finally made that happen. We're definitely looking forward to having you back again.
Yes, I'll be there on the next Breakfast.
Okay, definitely. I'm glad to hear that. And to you folks, I want to thank you again for tuning in. You will see our next show on Tuesday, 9 o'clock on Cox Channel 10, on Wednesday night, right after midnight, and also on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Thank you very much for watching, and then we'll see you next time. Have a good night and have a very productive day tomorrow. Bye-bye.